I'm going to debate with this guy about tacos. Now, what was your point again about tacos?
Hot dog is a taco.
A hot dog is a taco? Is that what you said?
That's his theory.
Hot dog is taco. This is like a equation of some kind.
I get it.
But where's the tortilla?
I thought you said in your butt.
Tortilla.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to have a special panel on that next year, so we'll get to work on that. So, all right. Great time. Who's got a quirk?
Yeah, what's your
And if anyone wants to come on up and line
Can
up right
you
here.
just keep filming and then you can stop?
So if I had a quirk, just FYI, it would be able to cause any room to be about 68 degrees.
Oh, that's good. Which would come in really handy right now.
That's going to be my quirk. HVAC repairman.
So I don't know. My brain just filters through all kind. Whenever I hear that question, my brain goes through like 15 different iterations of quirks, and some of them I can't say out loud, and some of them. And then what happens, and this happens to me just in general, and then I forget all of them, and I have no answer. The one that I don't know why, but it sticks with me is that I would love sort of like an imagination quirk in a way that I could image something, imagine it, see all the detail, see relationships, see the climate, every little detail, and then be in that. And take people with me, and so, yeah, I would love that. Yeah. Imagineer, yes.
Imagineer, oh that's good. Mine would be portals. Like, I want to go to Japan. Let's go.
Yeah. Portals.
I would love to control electricity because there's more applications to it than people realize. The brain is just electricity, right?
Yeah.
So that could be mind control.
Okay.
And then electricity goes through the body control. Electricity can power stuff, depower stuff. You send electrical signals around to. Look at what electric eels do. There's a lot of science to it. I want to get to the line, but electric. It is a bit OP. That's why I chose it. But I would also love to lower the room temperature. That'd be nice.
Well, there you have it. I like Josh Greeley's answer for this one. He wants the quirk to insert a USB connection perfectly every time.
Right. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's such an.
Brittany Karbowski also has a really good one. Like,
yeah. Well, thank you for indulging my capricious curiosity. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Emma. I want to know, do y'all have like a favorite line that you've ever said throughout the entire show?
Yes.
A goal without a plan is nothing but a wish. It makes sense. If there wasn't bad undertones with the specific usage, then it would be on a motivational poster, I feel like.
Hey Midoriya, what are you, All Might's secret love child?
This one, because it makes a lot of fans not like Sir Nida at the beginning. All Might chose wrong after all. Mirio should have inherited the power.
Brutal.
MHA, what if?
What if?
Opinions are like mixtapes. I don't want to hear yours.
Yes!
I don't have any favorite lines. I just don't know. It's like, for me, every time I read a line, it kind of feels like I just passed out and then wake up at the conclusion of the line and Colleen says, "You did great!" I'm like, awesome!
Guess I'll watch that later.
Yeah. Right? Maybe I'll enjoy it later. Yeah, so it's hard to know. I mean, I love getting to see his room. It turns out we share a lot of the same love for certain types of artwork. But just like getting to know him in some scenes, those I think have been great. But I think what everybody likes to hear is, stay unbreakable!
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Ava, and it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Goku, or should I say Mr. Monkey, as Hajime would say.
Now I'm not
Exactly. My question is, if you could be any other My Hero character, who would you be?
For a day, if you could Freaky Friday with any of the voice actors, if I could be Kaminari for a day, I'd be happy. I'd be a happy boy.
Like if the question's posed in like a body swap episode, right?
Yeah,
A
right.
court comes in and switches, yeah, like you said, Freaky Fridays, everything. I think it would just be hilarious for Tetsu and Kirishima to switch. And it'd just be so let down that it's kind of the same quirk.
Yeah, I just want to be Mineta, you know? Just for like an hour, see how much, you know, hate I can take.
I was totally gonna sing Mineta too.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. Mineta's awesome.
I think it'd be hilarious to see Sir Night-Eye swap with Mount Lady.
Yes!
There you have it. Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Maddie, and if being a hero didn't work out for the characters, what do you think their day job would be?
If being a hero didn't work out for your characters, what do you think their day job would be?
Rockstar.
An accountant, and not the fun kind.
Nurse.
What is it? Yeah, I'm gonna go with like psychotherapist. Yeah.
I think Kirishima would be a really good school counselor. Like a high school counselor.
Yes. I would be like, can I go to the counselor? I need some positive reinforcement.
Great question, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Madison. So, I'm sure all of you know about the fandom. I know you know about Ice and Thoughts. But I want to know...
Yes, I do. Yes,
what
I do.
is the ship that terrifies you the most?
The what?
The ship that terrifies you.
Terrifies.
Shipping question. What ship?
Who's the scariest possible couple combination? Even if it's just for a couple of hours.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of questions like that you stumped them. That's a good one.
You know,
You get two.
I do have an answer to this question. It is not exactly the answer that you're looking for. Nor is it funny. So if you'll excuse me, somebody get my soapbox. I think that it is really incredible and really strange and very odd that we have any sort of platform or literal stage to speak on. And I am very careful, especially in the times that we live in now. Personally, I think it's really important to use that platform in whatever way is the most responsible and inclusive, says the girl holding the fan, right? But I think that for me personally to say like one ship is better or worse or right or wrong is not appropriate. I think that love is love is love, and whatever you choose, and that's your choice. Soapbox over.
And you know, I think we all watch the show and any media or anything that we consume, right, through our own lens. And sometimes that lens, we don't even know what that lens, we haven't identified even maybe what that lens is, right? Because it's just always been the way that we view the world. So I think it's fascinating that people feel so passionately about one ship or another. I think it really speaks directly to how you're viewing the show, and that's awesome, right? I mean, you get to have your own interpretation, your own experience. So yeah, I never want to like step on that for anybody or you know, and in fact, this is my honest answer. It's kind of, I guess, a lame answer, but I really have absolutely zero opinions on ships. Like, I actually don't even think about it. You know what I mean? So that's my real answer. But I think we should be, sometimes people are mean to other people online about ships. I think we should not do that, you know? I think we should be accepting of it, but yeah.
Honestly, the voting industry will never recover. I'm sorry, I've misunderstood this entire ship conversation.
Oh, right. You went with the ship joke.
Yeah. No, the thing is, like with Kirishima, and I've said this before too, these are all high school kids. I have no investment for them to be shipping with anybody.
Right.
And from like an attitude point of view, most of them haven't even figured themselves out yet. So,
I mean, the only judgmental thing I'll say right now is that I don't know if Todoroki's in any way, shape, or form ready for a relationship. Yeah, he's got some stuff to work on.
The scariest part is the hormones, really.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure overhaul hates any kind of touching, so my headcanon is that he's ace.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, rock on.
Love that. Thank you. That took us
Thank
to
you.
some very interesting places. Thank you.
Thanks for opening up that discussion, yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Kennedy. I want to know if y'all as actors, if there is anything else in life that you would have liked to pursue other than voice acting, like any other career choices that you were considering.
Ironically, I want to work on a ship.
No,
I'm serious.
Really?
I want to sail. I feel like, I don't know, there's something about the vastness of the blue ocean and just being far away from everything, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just take music far away from germs.
Yeah, that's included in the list of things I'd like to be away from right now.
What kind of boat? What kind of? There's like sailing. There's a speedboat.
Maybe like a freight thing, like carrying like the Amazon boxes or whatever.
Like a big
something boring, something I don't have to think about.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe
It seems
one.
very stressful, like commandeering a barge.
Well, not commandeering it. I'm just working on it.
You're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Because you're like, like.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, you're just chilling. Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's cool.
No, I don't know. I was kind of all in like maybe too extreme of a way. Like it's something that I found in middle school, and then I found acting again in high school, and I just went for it. I have 2 degrees in acting. It's terrible. Like, I mean, I spent a bunch of money getting. Well, anyway, we don't need to talk about that. But so. It's always something I wanted to do, and I think the reason why that I've identified later is that is something about being a storyteller in some way. So I love to be a part of a story. I mean, I think it's a great gift to be able to do that and have an impact on someone with that story. So if I wasn't acting, I would probably be doing something in that realm, writing, directing, something that I could get behind that I felt was meaningful, and it would be around storytelling in some way. And there's so many ways to do that now, podcasting, there's so many ways to be out there and do that. I think story creates connection, and that's what we're all looking for.
I feel like I cycled through all of mine already, and finally landed with voice acting. I was like, yes, this. I've got 2 degrees as well, but they're not in acting. The first one's in Japanese, and the second one's a tech degree. So I was a software engineer for 9 years. I was a translator. I worked in Tokyo at a tech company translating. I was like, no, I did it. And then I hit acting. I was like, oh, I'm a creative. That's the problem.
If I wasn't acting, I would own a restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
What any dream cuisines, any types?
Yeah, man, an izakaya. I would own the dopest izakaya ever. It would be awesome.
I would be a regular.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
man. Thank you.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would just be sad.
Yeah.
Not that. I mean, just like if I wasn't an actor, I don't know.
Be sad?
I think so.
That would be your job?
No.
My
You
job
need a
would be
resilient
the
spirit.
job outside of this is just. I mean, at that point, if you're not acting, then it's really just anything that doesn't require a name tag.
I feel like you would be like, I feel like you'd have a rock band. I do.
I mean, sure, maybe on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Or at least a roadie. I can see you being a roadie, just leaning against a U-Haul, taking a break.
We can only hope for an anime about a room.
I could see you as like a tour manager too.
I just love that we're all just illustrating that we're creatives. Like I love Callan, he paints the picture like leaning up against a U-Haul taking a break. It's awesome. Yeah. We're doing it. We're doing
Now
that.
I think man in pictures.
Yes, exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Thank you for
Great
your
question. Thank you.
Great cosplay.
Hey, what's your name?
Tyler.
Hi, Tyler.
Hey, honestly, I was personally debating on whether or not I should ask this question, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. Do you think it would be an interesting take if Deku never got One for All, but instead was trained by the League of Assassins?
Well, it would certainly change the opening narration, wouldn't it?
Now you've opened up basically a yes or no question. So no. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I mean, that's a crazy take. I mean, you know, I think it would be a whole different thing for sure.
I think there's an AU online about that, right? Evil Deku? Yeah, it'd be cool. I really think that a cool spin-off would be something like Marvel's What If for all of these kinds of stories. Yeah, I'd love to see that happen.
Establish a multiverse and
Yes.
Hero Academia.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, great question.
Hi, Tyler. Hey, cutie.
Hi, what's your name?
Todoroki.
So, my question was, if your character is a hero, how do you think they'd be like as a villain? And if your character is a villain, how do you think they'd be like as a hero?
Same. Todoroki would be the same on both sides.
Can anybody imagine Kirishima as a villain? Like, it just, yeah, that's just a... I'm happy to be back!
I feel like Jiro would be a cool hero, or a cool villain. Cool hero villain.
She was a cool hero.
Yeah, like she wears leather jackets. Like bad guys wear leather jackets in movies. That's all I have.
She
That's
sings
not
from
even
Grease.
The wild one.
The wild one.
Grease lightning.
I feel like, I mean, yeah, he'd be, you know, a kind of an OP hero overhaul, but I feel like he'd do more good maybe interning with Recovery Girl and maybe taking her spot one day. I feel like that might be a good redemption for him.
I think if Sonata was evil, like Blue Sky Engineering here, I think he would write banking software that would move, like, embezzle fractions of cents from each trade made on, like, you know, financial software into, like, accounts across different, you know, countries.
Like
I think.
Would he use his future vision to see what stocks are going to crash?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, yes.
Redefines insider trading. It's literally.
Yeah. We do not endorse that.
Oh, no, for you, Blue Sky Engineers.
They have a great cosplay, by the way, thank you. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Dakota. I wanted to know what inspired you guys to get into voice acting and just acting in general.
What inspired us to get into voice acting or acting in general?
It's looking at me.
Yours is
We collectively decided that you needed to start. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
We didn't start with this.
no, but I studied musical theater and opera in high school
Fair.
and college, but I never thought I would, like, do it. I was just having fun, you know, and then I was like, I have to be an adult and do adult things, and I'm also strong, there's nothing creative, because that's how you always
Whereas
told me.
we're only adults on our driver's licenses.
But that's you know, like, you growing up, you have things in your head. So I was away from it for a long time, and then my brother got me back into musical theater, and my partner is a voice actor, J. Michael Tatum, and I was with him. Yeah, J. Michael Tatum, yay! I love him.
Here he is.
Like literally. You know, but I was like, oh, that's your thing, babe. I'll go as your +1 to cons. It'll be great, you know, when I'm working on my laptop, writing software, whatever. And my brother got me back in musical theater, and so some of our friends would come to the shows that I did, and Caitlin Glass, I saw some shows I was in, and one time she messaged me and was like, hey, I need a singer. And I know you don't, like, do this, but I really need a singer. can you do that? I'll teach you everything. And I'm like, okay, Caitlin, sure, for you, sure, yeah, whatever. So then I was like, oh, this is fun. This is good. This is nice. This is exciting. You be in a booth. It's fun. Okay, great. And so that's kind of how I got started. It was good. So and then I kept doing it, and here we are.
Absolutely. I started pretty young. I decided this was the career at 13 years old. I wanted to be a children's book author for the earlier times. I have like books and books full of stories and kids next door fan fictions, and you know, you know how it is. But as time went along, the internet evolved, and I went into visual storytelling with animation and stuff. And it's kind of inevitable you find your tribe that way of the animators and stuff. And they kept wanting to pull me for acting stuff because they, I don't know, I guess I did what they needed. But more and more I found myself falling in love with that, and I found out that was a career path I could take. So I went for it.
Awesome.
And I failed. But that's okay. You have to get used to failure in this.
That's true.
Until someone says yes.
So I wanted the same sort of situation. I wanted to be an actor since I was 5. Like my very first journal entry was like, I want to be an actor because I love Shirley Temple and I love singing and dancing and pretending and telling stories. And so I started with my local community theater when I was 9 years old. I started touring with the company when I was 13, which is illegal now, because, that's illegal. Anyways, so I've just been an actor my whole life, and I went to university, and I was going to be a grown-up. I was going to go to law school, and I was going to have a 401k and all.
You're going to go to law school?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to go to maritime law. I wanted to be a sea law dog. Anyways, yeah, it would have been awesome. But yeah, so I wanted to go into law school, and then a friend of mine, I was in college, so I was broke, because that's your job in college. I was so good at it. And a friend of mine told me about an audition. I was like, no, Jimmy, I don't do that anymore. I'm not going to be an actor. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a grown-up. I'm going to have all the things. He was like, it pays. I was like, when is it? And so I auditioned, and I was cast, and that was in 2005. And here I am now.
I mean, it's a similar track for me. It was community theater and children's theater as a child at home to deal. My mom put me into that to deal with hyperactivity, and that continued on. I was in bands and did radio work when I got out of high school. I mean, so it's everything that I've done has had something to do with trying to entertain people. It's everything I do ends with hopefully. Which, the first time that happened, I was like, this is awesome. What can I do to get more of that? So it's been an ongoing chase of affirmation. For me?
I'll just be brief because mine is similar to those. My mom was a teacher growing up, and she, I say I'll be brief, and then I'm like, when I was 4, yes, right? And she said, hey, I'm not paying for childcare this summer, so you and your sister have to go to summer school where I'm teaching. So I was like, all right. She said, you can take whatever classes you want. So I chose drama and basketball and cooking. Those were the 3 classes and I still love all those things. So I found it then, and then in 5th grade I did a play that I kind of found that, people respond to that, or that was funny, or anyway, and I've been really acting ever since. And someone asked me one time, like, when things get tough as an actor, what keeps you going? And I like to bring up, my answer to that was like, you have to find some engine that keeps you going when, like Kellen said, you're getting a bunch of no's in a row, or you don't know what the next step is. And so I bring up that to say that, I started early, but it's evolved over years. That's kept me going. You keep asking, what am I doing? Do I like this? Do I, does this fulfill me or whatever? So I trained as an actor in theater and found my way into voice acting and got an audition for an anime and got that and been doing it ever since.
Great question, thank you.
All right, we are just about at time. We have one final question. Ryan has one, but you know what, Ryan, why don't you come on up on stage and ask it? Because this is a fun one.
Look at this handsome guy.
All right, Ryan, what do you want to know?
If you could choose to not meet one character in real life, who would it be?
To not beat?
Not meet My Hero Academia. What's the one My Hero Academia character you'd never want to meet in real life?
Oh.
Toga. I don't want to meet Toga.
I love that character, but I don't want to meet him.
I don't think I really want to meet Endeavor in real life, you know? I don't just don't know why. I mean, yeah.
Oh, overhaul. Terrifying. Yeah, I mean, it's really, Kellen is very much on